Hello. So this is going to be my first longer style formatted video. And I really want these kind of videos to be raw, unedited, just me as authentic as I can be. So for those of you that are new to me, my name is Chris Gallagher. I am 28 years old. I've been competing in powerlifting for 8 years. And this first video is going to kind of be a summary of where I'm at the minute, where I've came from, and where I'm hoping to go. So I think a good place to start would be kind of how I got into lifting. So originally, I started my lifting journey because I love to train. Now, I love going into the gym, getting a pump, training hard, seeing the results of getting bigger and stronger. It was always my main pulling force around why I train. In 2018, so roughly 8 years ago, I was introduced to powerlifting, to the world of strength sports. In fact, the funniest thing of how I learned about powerlifting was a friend had just competed. I didn't really know what the sport was at the time. And he said, "Oh, I've been away. I did a powerlifting competition." I said, "What's powerlifting? Never heard of it." He said, "Well, essentially, it's a competition where you do your heaviest squat, heaviest bench, heaviest deadlift, and whoever gets the biggest total wins." I thought, that's a sport, because essentially that's what I love to do. I love to go in the gym. I love to do my heaviest squat, bench, deadlift. And the fact that there was a sport around that to me was like, oh my God, this is everything. So I ventured out from my starting commercial gym into a kind of more niche gym and basically just fell in love with the world of powerlifting. And since that point, I have kind of taken a turn from the more casual side of lifting into the more competitive side. And one of my real driving forces, I think my sole reason why I started will always be my sole reason. I want to get bigger, I want to get stronger. But the competitive side has really taken over, especially for these last kind of 7 years. It's been a real focal point to want to get bigger and stronger, to be more competitive, to put up bigger totals, to have better rankings, to get more records, to have more accolades, etc. It's been a real driving force for me. And the reason why I talk about this and why it's important is because the way my journey has gone over the last 8 years is really centered around this. During my junior career, which is up to the age of 23 or the year in which you turn 24, can't quite remember the specifics, was really successful for me. I had loads of really good accolades, some good achievements. And since that point, it's been a real struggle to kind of get back to that place. And naturally, what you'll find is when you kind of graduate as a junior lifter and progress to more of a senior lifter and so on, it's really common to go from like quite a high competitive place, naturally because the standards are lower. The sample pool, I mean, no, actually the sample pool will not be smaller, but the standards tend to be a little bit lower. You go into the seniors, standards are way bigger. So naturally you kind of go back to the bottom again, right? That happened for me for sure. The difficult thing for me, and I guess this is the real theme of my journey, has been trying to deal with a lot of ongoing pains and injuries, essentially. And I have a real, I have a real struggle with that word injury. I freaking hate that word. I will try to disassociate from that word as much as I can. So yeah, that has been such a huge thing for me. Since I really begun powerlifting in 2018 up to this point now in 2025, it has been really hard to stay consistently pain-free and injury-free. Oftentimes for myself, what will happen is I'll have a 6 to 10 month period of really strong progressive lifting into anywhere from 6 months up to 2 years of having to troubleshoot and progress through pain. I feel like the theme of pain plays such a humongous role in my lifting journey because through pain, I have achieved a lot of my biggest adaptations. So whether it's been learning something new, getting healthier, getting bigger, getting stronger. It's all came as a result of pain, injury, so on. And I truly believe, for me within my journey, in order for me to become who I want to be as a athlete, as a lifter, as a man, as a being, whatever, this is the path that I have to go through. It's troubleshooting, the problems that arise that tend to typically be around pain and injury, but gaining the tools and systems from them that I can implement into my lifting life, into my life as a whole, so on and so forth. So as time goes on, I hope to take you with me along this journey as I continue to work through things, to build up to competitions, to work through future problems, and really give you an insight into my lifting life and my journey as a powerlifter.